Okay, it's rolling. Hi Mirabelle,
Hi,
congratulations on your first book launch.
thank you very much.
Okay. We are in conversation with Mirabelle D'Acunha, who's the author of a new book which has been released by Fun OK Please. The book is called Explore Modern Professions. And we are in conversation with her at the book launch event. We're about to start and we're going to get a few minutes with her before the actual action begins. So the obvious question, Mirabelle, tell us about the book. What is it about and a little more about what's inside.
So this very exciting and very adventurous book, Explore Modern Professions, is basically an adventure through 15 different things that you could do with your lives. The reason why this book came about was when most of us adults were growing up, the typical question, when you went to a party or whatever was, "Beta bade hoke kya banna hai?" What do you want to be when you grow up? And I've seen that over the ages, that question hasn't changed. We're still asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? And it's such a focal point of an Indian child in terms of that question being repeatedly asked from the time you're like 5 years old or maybe even younger till you sort of figure out what you want to do. And so we thought everything was very typical. The expected correct gold answer was doctor, lawyer, engineer, accountant, and then in the modern day they added MBA and IT. But there are so many exciting things you could do with your life. And we thought, why not explore these? Why not have a book for young adults where they can find out what this is about? So we know, for example, that maybe my chacha is a graphic designer, but you don't know what they do. So how can you really identify with them or know what they're doing? So in this book we have 15 very, very exciting professions, all the way from yoga teacher to a marine scientist to a banker to a music composer. And the idea with the book really is to have fun, not to decide. We're not saying that when you're 5 years old or when you're 8 years old you need to know what you want to do. It's nice to have an idea of what all these different things are and do some fun activities that sort of help you explore what it's about. So that was like a very basic sort of idea with the book, to get kids to really explore so many wonderful options, to open their mind and be all adventurous instead of saying, no, I must only become a doctor.
That sounds very interesting. When you said to give the kids a chance to explore their profession, could you take us through maybe one profession in the book and tell us what you mean by getting that flavor? You mentioned graphic designer, so why not take us through that one?
So for example, on this very attractive graphic designer spread over 2 pages, we have first in every profession an image of what the professional does. So this image is very, very detailed. So we have this graphic designer designing a little shampoo bottle. He's got to think about what colors he wants to use, what colors the kids will like. These are the softwares he uses. These are all the various tools he uses. The stylo to be able to draw onto the computer. So there's a lot of detail, all his little ideas and pin-ups. And so it's really very, very detailed, and you can really look into it and see what is this about, what is that about, what is the personality of the graphic designer. And then just below that we have Did You Know, which in about 5 or 6 lines tells you what this professional really does. What different kind of work does a graphic designer do? What is his, what kind of training does he need to receive? And then on the other side, we have in each profession an on-the-page activity and an off-the-page activity. So the on-the-page activity, as you can see, is done on the page. And here you have to get an idea of, a graphic designer has to really use his spatial intelligence, really know how things would sort of fit together. And so over here, this is like a jigsaw puzzle that you have to figure out where the pieces go. Then below that, we have an off-the-page activity. The off-the-page activity is something that you can either do alone or you can do it with a couple of friends. So here basically is the idea is to design an ice cream cup. So we go to a store and you buy an ice cream and you don't really think too much, oh, this is called Choco Blast or that is called mint and chocolate chips. But if you were a graphic designer, you would really have to make that very exciting. So this person, for example, designed a mint ice cream that's called Gooey Aliens. So that's really getting you to think and really have an adventure with designing an ice cream cup, and then you can design a whole bunch of flavors and take them out to your friends and family. So that's basically what our spread is about, and these activities can be done over and over again.
Sounds very nice. Another question, Mirabelle, is that how did you pick these 15 professions? I mean, why these 15? I mean, there's tons of things you can do in the world. So what is the thought behind these particular 15 choices?
It obviously wasn't very easy to pick, pick 15 professions. But the thing that we kept in mind was that these professions should be currently thriving in India. So there should be many people who are currently doing these professions, and these professions should be very interesting. They should be from different fields. So not only something that uses thinking ability only, or something that uses a visual ability only, like something that encompasses all the different abilities that we have, all the different talents we have, and those different kinds of professions. So we didn't want it to be very typically sitting at a desk, or very we just wanted to kind of there's so much happening in our country now. Our country is rapidly changing in very, very exciting ways, and we wanted to pick 15 professions that are really at the top of their field right now, and very exciting to be.
Do you see this as a part of a series, or is it just a one title?
Definitely a part of a series, because with our large population and the amount of creativity and intelligence that Indians have, I think there are so many professions that are not only across the world, but that are also specific to India, that would find a place in a book like this, to get across to all the various kinds of young adults in different parts of India, not just in big cities, but in towns, and even in people that aspire to be more educated and aspire to find professions that they can find what their calling is, and then really have this book to guide them in terms of what these professionals do, just having knowledge.
Okay. Another question is that when you said find your calling, in our society, or when we grow up as children, there's a lot of competition. It's a very competitive world that we live in, that we grow up in. It's not a very easy going. There's a lot of examination pressure, and this notion of success is something which is either thought of as a monetary success, or fame, or power. What is your personal definition of success, and what do you think that you would want to teach your kids, for example, and tell them this is the meaning of success?
Yeah, this is a very pertinent question to my life in particular, because I had excellent grades in school and college and everything, but I still wanted to be a dancer. And obviously the rest of the family was like, what's wrong with you? You're so smart. Why do you want to do something so dumb? And that really, for the first time, got me to examine this idea of success. And my mother, she's really lovely, but she was very concerned for my well-being. And she said, I'm giving you 6 months, and if you don't find some level of success, you better do something else. And that really got me thinking. I knew my mother loved me, and she wanted the best for me. But it got me thinking, what is success? And I can say today I found a balance and a contentment, which I feel is success. Really finding something you love doing. Of course, you need to have some talent, but if you really enjoy doing something, you will make the means and find the way to get better at it. I mean, we have talent and that's potential, but for the potential to be realized, effort and consistent effort must be made. And that really gets you to a level of success. And in terms of competition, I mean, we grew up in a very competitive society, as you pointed out, from the time we're children. You want to be ranking first and being great at co-curriculars and everything. But from personal experience, I realized that we waste a lot of energy in competing with others and in comparing. That energy which I spent thinking about in the 3rd standard, why did I get 0.5 marks less than this person and not come first? I could have used to actually study more, or to do more dance, or whatever, and enhance my own skill. So our idea with this book is that success is finding a sense of contentment, not in a complacent way, but in a way that is so good that it makes you continue to work hard, to grow, to be responsible, and to really follow what your dream is. Because if you don't do that, there will be money and there will be fame, but that sense of just really feeling at home and being very happy and content doesn't necessarily happen. And so we've tried to incorporate that in the book.
You spoke about, very interesting philosophy, you spoke about balance. Because we also got concerns from parents when we have talked about the philosophy of this book, that one of the reasons India is on top of the world right now and we're doing so well is that we have this kind of fighting spirit within us. We are competitive, we take things seriously. And you mentioned that it's also about working hard at something and the discipline. So can you highlight that aspect of balancing the two? I don't think the book is trying to say that just chill out and take it easy.
Yeah,
life,
no, not at all. The book is not saying that at all. But it's saying don't be obsessive about, getting to the top no matter what. Because at the end of the day, you are an individual. You are not your profession. I know the question that very often gets asked in our social circle is, okay, this is so and so, what do you do? But who are you? What you do is part of who you are, and it's a very important part, and we're not saying that, we're not trying to reduce that, but we're trying to say is how do you as a person enhance your profession, how are you beyond your profession. It's a very integral part of your life, but what is your human aspect, what is your personality, what do you give to your profession. Every profession is providing a service. Are you providing that just so that you can get rise up the ladder or get money, or are you really genuinely being able to help yourself and help others through that profession? Are you able to create win-win situations through whatever you're doing? And we were pretty concerned that, even though our concept we thought was really cool, that this book will obsessive parents will say, oh wow, you guys have a career book for little children. And in fact, one of the parents we sent this book to review said, oh, it's a very lovely book, but why haven't you put where the children can study this? And the idea with this book is really just to explore, very clearly explore, have fun with all these different professions. And so we had two little poems that we put at the beginning and the end of the book to really reiterate that it's all about having an adventure with these professions. At the age of 8 and 10 and 11, you do not need to make a concrete decision about what you want.
Is the poem also written by you?
Yes.
So please read it out. I think we'd like to hear that poem.
Okay, so the book starts with, of all the things that I can be, of all the things that I can be, how do I know what's best for me? So many choices, so much to see. Take a chance, come play with me. Life is full of discovery. And then you discover and explore through all the professions. And then it's pretty likely that you will be confused and say, well, I like marine scientist and graphic designer is pretty interesting too, so now what? Again, we're saying you don't need to decide. So at the end of the book, we have another poem. All the things that I could be, no need to choose now, no need to foresee. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future never worries me. I live today to the fullest. Try it. It's the best way to be.
Thank you, Mirabel. It was lovely. It was
you.
so nice talking to you. And we look forward to part 2, 3 and 4 of this series.
For sure.
And thanks a lot.
Thank you.